Evening everybody. So today we are going to discuss Poisson's and Laplace equation. So for that we have to go to the divergence theorem and obviously to the Gauss law. We know that surface integral, the Gauss law states that the flux coming out of a charged body is equal to charge enclosed in that body. So mathematically you can write psi is equal to q. Now from that we can write surface integral dds is equal to volume integral of rho d. So that is equal to, this one is surface integral, this one is volume integral. So that we can write, this one will be volume integral of div d. So from this equation we can write, so that is nothing but the divergence theorem. The surface integral of dds is equal to volume integral of div d dv, and psi is equal to q. That means psi is equal to surface integral of dds. So if we will combine these equations, then we will get surface integral of dds, that is equal to volume integral of rho dv, that is equal to volume integral of div d dv. Div d means divergence of that vector function. So from these two equations we can write div d is equal to rho. So suppose this one is equation 1, this one is equation 2, this one will be equation 3. Now instead of this d we can write, so mathematically we can write del dot d is equal to rho. So instead of d, that is nothing but the electric flux density, we can write del dot E into E, because we know that electric flux density is equal to epsilon into electric field intensity. So that is equal to rho. So as epsilon is a constant that can be taken out, so you can write del E is equal to, that means del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon. So from this one again we can write E is equal to minus del B. So that is nothing but electric field intensity is nothing but negative of the potential gradient. So instead of E we can write minus del B. So that is equal to rho by epsilon. So from this we can get del square V is equal to minus rho by epsilon. So this is nothing but the Poisson's equation. So let it be equation number 4. And in a charge free region we know that rho is equal to 0. That is nothing but the charge density. In a charge free region rho is equal to 0. So that means we can write del square V is equal to 0. So this one is nothing but number 5. Let it be number 5. This one is nothing but the Laplace equation. So this Laplace equation can be used for determining the capacitance in case of Cartesian, cylindrical and spherical coordinate system. That is nothing but parallel plate capacitor, for determining the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, cylindrical capacitor and spherical capacitor. Now we are going for the solution for the Laplace in Cartesian coordinate system. So basically this is being used to determine the capacitance. Now we will discuss how the Laplace equation can be used to determine the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. And for that we are taking the variation along the z direction. Suppose this one is nothing but z is equal to 0 and this plate is maintained at a distance of z is equal to d. That means the variation is only along the z direction. So this potential is grounded, this plate is grounded, so the potential of this one will be 0 and the potential of this one, let it be V0. Now by using the Laplace equation we know that del square V is equal to 0. So for Cartesian coordinate system this will be dou square V by dou x square plus dou square V by dou y square plus dou square V by dou z square. So that will be 0. So from this, as you know that the variation is only along the z direction, so that means dou square V by dou z square will be 0. So that means we can write literally it will be d square V by dz square is equal to 0. So that gives you d by dz of dV by dz is equal to 0. So from this we can get further, it is implied by dV by dz is equal to some constant. So from this again dV is equal to a dz, and if we will integrate both the sides we will get, suppose V is equal to az plus, suppose this one is equation 1. Now we will put the boundary condition. We will put the boundary condition. For that, let us work out this one. Now this will put the boundary condition. That means the first boundary condition is when z is equal to 0, z is equal to 0, V is 0. We'll put that one, those boundary conditions in equation 1. So that gives you 0 is equal to a into 0 plus b. So that gives you, this implies that b is equal to 0. So if we put this one in equation 1, so we'll get b is equal to az. Now we'll put the second boundary condition. So we'll substitute that when z is equal to d, b is equal to v0. Now putting the second boundary condition, that is z is equal to d, v is equal to v0. So putting that one, we will get in equation 2, we will get v is equal to, instead of d we are writing v0, so that is equal to a into d. So this gives you a is equal to v0 by d. Now we will put this value in equation 1. So by putting this value, we will get v is equal to, instead of a we can write v0 by d into z. As b is 0, so that means this one will be v is equal to v0 d, v0 by d into z. Suppose this one is equation 3. Now we continue that one is further. We know that E is equal to minus del v. So literally for Cartesian coordinate system we can write it is minus dou v by dou x I minus dou v by dou y j minus dou v by dou z k. So that means as the variation is along the z direction, that means we will get only this term, these two will be 0 and only this term will be existing. So that gives you, it is nothing but E is equal to minus dv by dz k. So if we take the magnitude of this one, it will be nothing but dv by dz. E is equal to dv by dz. So now what we will do? So I am writing it here. E is equal to, so E is equal to dv by dz. That means d by dz of, instead of v we are writing v0 by dz. So that gives you v0 by d, as the derivative of z with respect to z is 1. Now what we will do in the next step, E is equal to, now E is equal to v0 by d. Now we know that E is equal to d by epsilon. E is equal to, that means the ratio of electric flux density to epsilon, that is nothing but permittivity, is equal to E. So instead of E we are putting d by E. So that is equal to v0 by d. So that gives you, that means d by d, instead of d we can write E v0 divided by d. Now what is d? D is again equal to q by a. So that is equal to E v0 by d. Now again we can write, we know that the charge is equal to C, the capacitance, into V divided by A is equal to, so instead of E we will write v0, that's what we have taken, E v0 by d. So v0 gets cancelled, so that gives you C is equal to epsilon A by d. So this one is the required equation which we will be using for solving the, finding out the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor, and that is the solution of the Laplace to Cartesian coordinate system. So thank you for watching. We will discuss in my next class, we will be discussing about the application of Laplace in cylindrical and spherical coordinate system. So thank you for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.